So I've had a bit of a change of heart. Today I'm going to review the Sennelier Oil Pastel. So as you can see, I've got a vast array of Sennelier Oil Pastels, and I think it's worth having a look at all of them with the actual review of the pastel itself coming at the end. This is just to show you what they can supply you with. So what the first ones I have this box of 6 colours, and inside the box is basically the primary colours, and a green and a white and a black. That's quite a good range to start with. So they're not that expensive. I'm going to hazard a guess and say, well, I know I can get them for around about £10 to £12, up to about £15 or £16. Now, the next one I'm going to show you is this tinned selection. Now, that's exactly the same. It just comes in a nice tin and is a little bit more plush, as you can see. So it comes in a nice plush tin, so that's a little bit more expensive, as you can imagine. Now, that's sets of 6. Then they step up into sets of 12. There is a little bit of a permutation at the moment going on with Sennelier, because I've noticed that they do sets of 6 for certain things. Now, there's one, I think it's a pear selection, so it's a selection of greens. I'm not really sure what the other one is. I think it might be some sort of flower, so I think it may be a selection of reds. So this is a selection of 12. So you get all these primary colours, and you get some additional colours and tones within that, and you get a yellow ochre additional to this and a brown. So that's the selection you get in the 12 boxes. You can pick them up for as little as £20, but you could be paying in the region of £30. And again, it comes with all the booklets and all the nice plushness that goes with it. One that I picked up a while back, and I'm not sure if they do these now, I don't think they do, so they're probably vintage, was this nature set. I think I picked it up on eBay, perhaps. Now look at that selection. Lovely dark selection of nature colours, sort of dark browns and sepias and ochres and reddy browns. Now that's going to be lovely when I use that, assuming I use it. Assuming I get round to using it. So that's a nice selection of 12. If you can pick them up, they're definitely worth having. Then they go into selections of 24. Now what they have is your assorted selection of 24. Okay, which is this. I'll show you the colour selection quickly. Again, it comes with all the nice foam inserts and the leaflets. So that's the selection you get with the 24. You get a lot more reds and pinks and sort of greys. Additional colours, dark yellows. Additional colours that you get in there. So that's a set of 20. That's a lovely colour. I love this colour. That's a sort of a green grey. So that's the assorted colours. But then you also get, in the sets of 24, you get a landscape set, which is obviously predominantly for landscapes. Again, it's all packed up the same. And within this you get some really quite random colours, if I'm being fair. These colours are lovely, these lovely greens, olive greens. There's your green grey again. Not so much in the way of yellows in this, or reds. That's a landscape set. So that's giving you an idea if you want to pause on that and see what colours are in there, if that's the set you want to buy. That's why I'm showing you these, so you can see what's in each set before you even look to buy it. I think this one might be a bit of a scruffy set, but this is the portrait set. Okay, so again it comes the same. Oh yes, I've definitely used this one. Actually, in all honesty, I think it was second hand when I bought it. So you've obviously got all these pink skin tones, blue skin tones, browns, ochres, sort of reddy purple, light violet purples, greys, and there's just one yellow in there and just a couple of reds. So that gives you some idea. It's not the most pristine because obviously I've used it. So then they go into 48 sets. This is the 48 set. I haven't touched this one yet. Again, you get all the nice foam insert, and that really is chunky foam, look. You know, it's going to keep your pastels very safe. And there's your selection. So you're getting a selection from each of the sets, really. I mean, up here you can see that, you know, you're getting portrait and kind of nature colours. And down here you're getting some more vibrant greens and yellows. I've noticed in oil pastels in particular that yellows are not really a predominant colour. So that's your 48 set. And then you go up to the 72 set. Beyond the 72 set you go to 120, but I haven't actually got the 120 set yet. So this is the 72 set. Again, very used. Should have got this sorted out really, shouldn't I? So you can see I've used quite a lot of this, and that just gives you an idea of what colours are available in the 72 set. You're going to get all the other colours that are in the 48s and the 24s and the landscape, I would imagine, in this set. Pausing that on there for you, I'm going to turn it around so you can see it a bit better. And it gives you an idea of what colours are in there, should you want to look into getting this. What we need to know, again, is how do all these blend. I'm going to say that they already blend great. There's no two ways about that. But we're going to have a look. Now, you will know that Sennelier are rated as top of the tree. For me personally, they're not. They're very near it, but they're not top of the tree. And the reason I say that is because I like a more opaque oil pastel, and in this set is several transparent colours. You'll find that on the sticks you will find in very hard writing it will give you all sorts of details. It gives you the number of the pastel, it gives you the light fastness rating somewhere on here. It's so difficult to see. I think that's the light fastness rating there. You will also be able to find out, it gives you pigment colour, PY35 this is, and you will be able to find out on the colour charts that come with these whether they're transparent, semi-opaque or opaque. Now, I don't like the transparent oil pastels. I like the opaque, so I can blend them and do what I want to do with them. But some people like that. The Paul Rubens higher pastels, which are a very cheap impression of these, are nearly all transparent from what I can see, and I really don't like them. They do not compare to these whatsoever. Anyway, let's do a little bit of blending just to see what they blend like. So I'm going to get a green. I'm going to do it on this. I can't waste all my paper, can I? So I'm going to do a little bit on here, and they apply very silky and very smooth. Now, at the moment, there's a little bit of robustness to my oil pastels because the weather has turned and it's quite cool at the moment. So they're not really going down as squidgy as what they could do. I have used these on the portrait of the little girl with the blonde hair that I'm about to show you. I have used these on that, and they actually were melting in my hands, in particular the white. But at the moment these have got a little bit of oomph to them. So my suggestion is, if you don't want them to melt in your hands too quick, put them in the fridge for a little while. So anyway, I got 3 layers on there, and they have layered on there lovely, and I'm just going to blend them out, and they are blending a treat. They're not blending as well as they could because, like I said, it's a little bit cool at the moment in my studio, but you can see, look, you're getting a lovely coverage. The one thing you will find with the Sennelier oil pastels that you won't see with other oil pastels is that when you've finished your picture, you will see a quality there. the painting will ooze a quality that perhaps these sort of oil pastels do not. I've come over into that a little bit too much with the yellow. I really could do with these being a little bit softer at the moment, but we'll just layer over a little bit of that on there. Okay. I'm just going to blend that gently in. You see how you get gentle blends. Alright, softening into each other. These really are a joy to work with. In my opinion, they're not as good as the Caran d'Ache, because the Caran d'Ache does so much more than these do. The one thing I can find, though, when they are a bit cooler, is that I can get some thin lines. Not as thin as I'd like, but I can get some thin lines. And I do that by doing this. You can see it's not quite what this is, because that was a firmer pastel. But you can get some nice lines if you need to, but you need them to be on the cooler side. So let's have a look at the pilling aspect. Now I'm going to tell you, pre me doing this, that some do pill more than others. In that picture of that little girl with the blonde hair again, the background was done in a burgundy colour, and that burgundy actually pilled. It wasn't grotesquely pilling, but it was enough to notice it and have to rectify it. So this isn't pilling at all. It's spreading, and it's one of the better oil pastels that can spread with your fingers. So I'm just making mud now. Okay. You can see they layer beautifully. Also, they lay onto the page beautifully. And they blend down beautifully. And you have no troubles. It's so easy to work with these. It really is. They really are a joy. For me, they are 9.5 out of 10. And the reason I give them only 9.5 is because I don't like the transparency of some of the colours. I don't like the fact that they go too soft in heat and warm weather. All oil pastels do that, but these go over the top. And the way of getting lines isn't as good as many other oil pastels. However, the look of these, bringing it up to the 9.5, is a quality looking paint effect. You will get a look on your artwork that will ooze quality and will ooze professionalism, unlike these other oil pastels. So that brings me up to a 9.5, which is just off of being perfect, but you get all of that in the Caran d'Ache. So I'm just going to layer another colour up on top of that. Now we're not going to use yellow because we'll only make mud. So we're going to use, let's use this red or pink. See, you could probably cut. These are actually quite hard at the moment. It's quite throwing me off quite a bit. But it also is helping me to tell you what they feel like when it is cooler weather. So you can see I'm getting some nice blend going on there around the edges. And I can blend gently into each other and get some nice transitions of colour. So I can leave that showing in bright in the middle, and then just blend gently out into the darker purple. I'm going to give it a nice centre, a nice... The softer they are, the more they will layer. So you can see that I'm getting all sorts of layering going on there, even with brighter colours. So they have that very much so to their advantage. So I don't really think I need to tell you anything else. You know all about Sennelier Oil Pastels. I just wanted to show you all the different variations of colour, how they go on the page, and my thoughts. Okay, so that's just a very quick overview of Sennelier Oil Pastels. You will get quality. I keep saying that. You will get quality. I've obviously already shown you my pictures. They are, in my opinion, almost perfect. And for the reasons I've given, I don't give them a perfect score. The Caran d'Ache get the perfect score in my opinion. And the Hall ones are equally as good as the Caran d'Ache, but maybe a touch better than the Sennelier. That's my opinion. That's just for me. And it all depends what paper you use them on. It all depends what sort of day you use them on. There's all sorts of permutations to this, but you've just seen what they're like. You've got an overview of what you can get, and there's a great variety of colours. There's a great texture to them, and you will get great quality artwork. They are worth the money. You should invest in these. They will take your artwork to new levels. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say for now, and wherever you are, have a great day, a great week and a great year, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.